Counterparts from several countries have met in Cairo to strategize on how Egyptian contractors can expand their reach into the Middle East and the rest of Africa. Here's CGTN's Yasser Hakim with their deliberations.
According to Cairo, the real estate market in Africa and the Middle East exceeds $80 billion a year. Egypt's share is only $500 million, mostly in the Arab region. Egypt's real estate developers are focusing on expanding in Africa on the short and medium terms. Developers believe this step is way overdue.
It's integral that our company should have a leading role in the development process for our neighbors and brothers in Africa, just like we did back in the 1960s and 70s. But you have to admit that in spite of the strong ties we have in Africa and the Arab world, our involvement in this sector has been minimal.
Real estate is one of the most successful sectors in Egypt. The huge infrastructure projects and new cities being built by local developers in the last decade have created a strong base and expertise.
We have provided them with the opportunity to construct mega projects in the last 5 years. They worked on constructing roads, tunnels, bridges, infrastructure projects, real estate and housing. It allows these companies now to expand and transform their experience in Africa.
The Tanzanian dam, to be constructed by 2 Egyptian companies, is a model that other developers want to build on.
The Egyptian president himself supported the Egyptian firms in the Tanzanian dam. I personally received the Tanzanian delegation and showed them our projects in Galala Mountain, Khanata, Asyut, Port Said, and the new capital. I told them similar projects will be commissioned in Tanzania.
The government has promised to support developers who target African countries.
We've approved the process of issuing official certificates of experience for Egyptian contractors for them to submit to their clients abroad. We have given orders to local banks to open branches in different African countries. You will witness an influx of Egyptian banks across Africa soon to help finance these projects.
And the African market is ready to receive the Egyptian contractors.
African market is extremely very important because the population is growing. We have a young population. There is a lot of infrastructure requirements required in Africa. Egyptian builders and contractors and real estate developers are more developed than any other country apart from South Africa. And there is a big potential for the contractors and developers in Egypt to come and open up the markets within Africa.
They need actually technological know-how to be done with them, and at the same time they need some kind of support to be given to the local contractors. Their knowledge, because Egypt has been actually developed in this term of the building, and they have also what they call hadara, civilization, which they are well known of construction and buildings in every different kind. So they can actually contribute their own knowledge and education towards the other African countries.
Analysts believe the best way forward is to create partnerships between Egyptian and local developers in Africa. Apart from African nations that need to develop their infrastructure, Egyptian contractors are also targeting countries that are in the rebuilding process after political upheaval, such as Sudan and Libya. Hakim for CGTN, Cairo.